Welcome to Cage Minds. Mika Frankl here with Nick Gonzalez. We are 38 hours away from the Grapplefest submission-only weigh-ins. I believe there's 50 matches on tap. Nick, let's hear some of these final details. How many matches on tap?
I believe it's around 57, 58. Facts, man. Yeah, we're super excited about that. Let's get out there, boys and girls, and get them submissions. So we're not there all night long. You know what I mean? I'm banking on the grappling scene and the jiu-jitsu scene to get to work and get these submissions. Get out there and get to work. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Let's get active as soon as we hit those, hit that mat or hit the ring. You know, as soon as you're up, man, go to work. Don't be stalling. Don't be waiting. Get out there and let's get going.
5 fights in an hour. We're trying to crank these out.
We're gonna crank them out, man. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? Let's get in there. Let's get it done, and let's rock it. You know what I mean? Let's just go after it. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, before we get to fight night, give us the weigh-in details.
The weigh-in details will be obviously October 1st. That's a Friday, 6:30 p.m. We had talked about starting it a little bit earlier. It's just I've already been telling everybody 6:30 p.m. So we're just gonna stick to that. Weigh-ins don't usually take long. Get in, weigh in, square off with your opponent, get your photo, get your individual photo, because we'd like to be able to make a fight card with everybody's picture on it, you know, day of. Would be nice, you know, and we'll do the best we can. But let's get in there. We'll talk about the rules one more time. We'll answer any final questions. And so everybody's on the same page and know exactly what they're getting themselves into. Some people will be weighing in over video and photo, and some people will be weighing in Saturday morning just because, you know, travel, family, life, that's just how things go, and that's fine too. No problem here. As long as you're making the weight, then we're good to go.
For the people weighing in here in town, that's going to be happening at Training for Warriors Albuquerque?
Absolutely. I should have brought that up. Thanks for, you know, that's why you're on that side. You know what I mean? So TFW, Training for Warriors, 2105 Commercial Street. You know, and that's where it's going to be held at. You know, we start, what's today? Wednesday, Thursday? What's today?
We're Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. All right, man. I don't even know what today. All I know is when Friday gets here, I got to get to work and set everything up. You know what I mean? So absolutely. Yeah, man. You know, come Friday, we're putting it all together. Hopefully I have the ring up. Everybody can get in there and feel it, see how it feels. You know, and just because, you know, we were talking about how the ring has give and you can slam and do those things, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's good.
Any more adjustments to the rule sets?
A little bit. We'll talk about it, and it's made I think the most probably, and we're gonna, you know, again, this is our first show. Bear with us. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna see how it goes. We'll make our adjustments. We'll definitely get the feedback from fighters and coaches. But I think probably maybe the most confusing rule set part about it is the blue belt section. Blue belt gi, there's no heel hooks or any kind, but blue belt no gi, heel hooks will be involved. So you see, that's kind of like where we're kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, and we can even talk about it at weigh-ins as long as everybody there, all my blue belts are there. We can talk about it. If the blue belts request and they want it, then hey, it's their show. We'll give you heel hooks in gi if you want. I mean, it's the fighter's show. It's, you know, it's for them. Let's make the fighters happy. That's what I'm about. You know what I mean? And then so as of right now, though, gi, no heel hooks, and no gi, heel hooks. So it's kind of, you know what I mean, that we'll talk about it at weigh-ins. We'll make sure everybody's okay with that. I feel like you have more to do in the gi. You know what I'm saying? More grips, more setups, which lead to new submissions. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, I just kind of feel like that with the gi. That's why I did that. Whereas if it's no gi, you have less to work with, right? More ability to slip out of things. The grips are obviously different. So, you know, we're trying to like, well, you know, heel hooks should be okay in blue belt section of no gi. So, hey, we'll talk about the fighters first, and then the coach's opinion, because, you know, they won't be in there. the fighter will be in there. And as long as we're making the fighter happy, we're good. You know what I mean? But of course, respect to all coaches and stuff. We definitely want your feedback as well. So that's how we're going to run it. But otherwise that, the rules are simple. You know what I mean? Keep it simple. If you're under 18 years old, then we just decided there's absolutely no twisting leg attacks. We don't have any real high level under 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? So no twisting leg attacks. Let's just keep it simple with no twisting spine attacks and no neck cranks. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it simple for them, and we'll just run that down the board so it's not too confusing. You know what I mean? But everything else will be a go. Wrist locks, bicep crushers, calf crushers, you name it, like reaping the knee is okay to pass or set something up or, create an advantage, but don't reap the knee to finish. You know what I mean? So it's just those type of things,
How much deliberation was there to get down to this final rule set?
Well, if anybody ever called me or messaged me and said, in this particular tournament, they said we can, or if this tournament, they said we can, I was like, you know what, then we're going to do the exact opposite of that tournament. You know what I mean? Pretty much. That's how we laid out the rule set. Well, in this tournament, they say you have to, well, then we're going to do the opposite of that. The farthest we can get away from any other relation to any other tournament is what we're going to do, just because I don't want any, buddy coming at me later on saying we try to do this or try to do that. And, we'll see you in court type stuff. You know what I mean? You know what, that's your rule set. You have it. This is my rule set. I'll have it. And let's just all have a good time.
Tickets still available?
Great question. Tickets are still available. Please go online to buy your tickets to thank a fighter. That's the number one thing. Go online, buy your tickets, thank a fighter, so the fighters can get some credit for that. You know what I mean? A percentage of that. That stops fight day. There will be tickets for sale at the door. The price will go up, and your fighter does not get a percentage of it. That sucks. We want fighters to get some money. We want fighters to get a percentage of it. So please buy your tickets online, combatsportsclub.com before Saturday. All right. Come Saturday, we're shutting it down. So it's like just, of course there'll be tickets for sale at the door. They'll be more expensive. Your fighter won't get the credit. Bummer, right? Buy a cheaper ticket and make sure your fighter gets the credit for it. I think that's pretty cool,
I'm in with you. I agree. Help out the dude, get him his 20%. And then, like you said, pay less. That always works for me.
Yeah, that's a win-win in my book. So, you know what I mean? Let's support the fighters. Without them, there's nothing. You know what I mean? The fighters are everything. The fighters are the show. So, let's show some love and some support to them, absolutely. Same with the pay-per-view. There is pay-per-view. It's only $15. Combat Sports Club is where you'll see that, is where you'll also watch it. And again, if you get your pay-per-view before the day of and you thank a fighter, that fighter will get a percentage of that as well. So I think that's a good thing. So, I know New Mexico is notorious for last minute. So, make last minute Friday. If that's going to be your last minute, make it Friday. Don't be super last minute, like day of, you know what I mean? And then be like, well, I'm here to see. Thanks. We're glad you came out, but that person ain't gonna get the credit for it. So if you're gonna go and you're even thinking about it or considering it, just buy your tickets. You know what I mean? Or buy the pay-per-view and let's show some love. You know what I mean? Because we really want these fighters to get some support, because what they have to go through, some people are taking the day off of work. Some people got to get a babysitter. There's a lot going on, plus train, plus do this, plus do that. Let's just try to help them out. You know what I'm saying? As much as we can.
And not to mention, to take that entertainment to another level, I heard we got DJ Diamond Tip in the house this time.
Yes, sir. DJ Diamond Tip will be playing all the music, all the walkout songs. Fighters, make sure you got your walkout songs. I know some of you are sending them to me, and that's cool. I'm trying to make notes of it and trying to get it to them. I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy. I'm going to try my best. Let's try to go on Combat Sports Club. Let's try to go select your music, put your music on there for DJ Diamond Tip so he can get that organized and getting to go. Most of you have done that. We're super appreciative of that. If you haven't, then just, shoot by Combat Sports Club real quick and get that done. But again, I'm taking notes of everybody who sent me their music. But, forgive me, with 57, 58 matches, You know, I'm trying to keep up. Please, fighters, please go. Even if you don't have social media, you got to message me so I can send you where you are on the fight card, please, because it's a lot. We're going to break it up in 2 sections where we want the first half of the fighters, the first 20, 25 fights there, 2 hours before the show starts. The show starts promptly at 2 o'clock. So please, you know what I'm saying? Get there, get your warm-ups, get everything going, and bang, bang, bang. The second half of fighters, which you should know where you're at on the card, should, you know, also you can arrive by, let's say, an hour after the card starts. I mean, it's up to you, you know what I mean? You can arrive as late as 4 o'clock, but I mean, that's your warm-up time. That's your experience. You let me know. If you don't need a warm-up, that's fine. So, you know, you do your thing, you know what I mean? But please, no later than 3 o'clock if you're on the second half of the card, because we're going to rock this out. We're going to get out there and pump them out. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do. And let's just get it done. Let's all work together, you know?
Fight night, again, the pay-per-view is combatsportsclub.com. That's also the website to get your tickets. They're still available. You select a fighter, he can get 20%. So you're helping out the fighter right there, and you're getting a cheaper ticket because they do go up at the door. The weigh-ins are at 6:30. Again, we're 38 hours away as we're recording this. The Cage Minds Combat Sports News Facebook page will be streaming the weigh-ins along with, what page are you going to have streaming the weigh-ins?
Every page I can possible. Y'all know me, man. I got like 4 or 5 pages, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm friends on you on one of them, I'm gonna try to be streaming them on one of them things, you know what I mean? So just find us, man. Find us. There's a Combat Sports page on Instagram. There's a Nowhere to Run on Instagram. There's my page on Instagram. And then there's a Combat Sports, Nick Gonzalez on Facebook. There's a Saint Nick on Facebook. There's a Nowhere to Run on Facebook. That's like 6 of them. Somebody find us somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be there somewhere, you know what I mean? Hey, live audience, we love you. We appreciate all the support, but there is no going live at the keep your phones down. I don't want to see you recording at the fights. You don't need to do that. And we're gonna walk up and we're gonna shut you down if you are, because it's a pay-per-view show. But what will happen, fighters, you will receive your fights individually. We'll cut them up. We're going to send them to you for free. You can share them all you want after that. But don't go live, audience. Don't be pulling out your phones and recording your favorite fighter at his time. Don't do it, because we're going to shut you down. Like, we're, you know what I mean? Just because that's the way it is. There are people paying good money to watch the show, and we want to respect that. And fighters, you will receive your fights individually. You know, we'll cut them up and we'll send them to you. Share all you want. Do all you want after that. But, you know, live at the show, let's not go live. Let's not be recording the show. Let's not do none of that, okay? You know what I mean? Maybe some quick photos or whatever is cool, especially after they win or whatever, and you want, oh, my God, they won. Take a quick, hands up, right? Like, that's cool, you know what I mean? But don't be sitting there like, you know what I mean? We're gonna shut you down. We're like, yo, no. Come on, man. There's some people, that paid for their pay-per-view that, that's not that cool. Let's just do that. Let's show some respect to the show in that sense. We're not gonna be like these other pay-per-views that is like, oh, you gotta pay me to get your fight. Excuse me? You know what I mean? Like, nah, we ain't doing all that. It's your fight. You earned it. We'll cut it up. We'll give it to you. Share all you want. Make sure you mention us in your videos and your tags and your posts, and we'd appreciate that. That's all we're asking. We're just trying to expand and grow and spread the love, you know what I mean? So, and plus it'll be a better view on our camera anyways. So, it is what it is. We'd appreciate that a lot, live audience, though. So please keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
We're a couple days away, Nick. I know you got a lot to do. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Always thank you. And we can't thank all the fighters enough. We can't thank the out-of-town fighters enough. There's nothing like trying to find rooms on Balloon Fiesta weekend. That was a lot of fun. So bear with us. Thanks for anybody that's stepping up and helping with that. Again, man, we appreciate all the fighters. Hit me up if you don't know where you're at on the fight card. If you haven't seen the fight lineup, we've been posting it. Yes, there's been adjustments. So, you know what I mean? Just check out the latest one I posted. That's probably the most ideal one to check. The matchup is done. We're done making it. I know some of you were hitting me up yesterday and the day before, like, let me get on. And I'm just like, man, I just can't do it. I want to, but we can't do it. But we would love to see you on the next one. So it's just like, yeah, man, we have a lot of matchups, and let's get rocking, It's going to be good.
Everybody, get ready for Saturday, submission only Grapplefest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.